Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool Kellogg wooden wall crank telephone. This is Scott's equipment from Missouri, and Scott purchased this telephone over the internet, and he has a lot of pictures of this telephone, but he's never seen it in person. And I've been through with what we're going to do with the telephone in the repair and conversion with Scott, and this is the initial checkout, so we want to go through the telephone and give you a look at what's going on. We have troubleshooted it a little bit, but we have to troubleshoot further, and I want to go ahead and show you the transmitter. We have a Bulldog transmitter spit cup here, but there's no transmitter. Someone has taken the transmitter out of the telephone, but that doesn't matter, because what we're going to do is install an electronic amplified transmitter that we design and build here at the shop. So we'll go ahead and install that. It will have plenty of clarity. You won't have to get up to the spit cup like you used to in the old days and talk on this telephone. It'll almost be like a speakerphone. You can stand back away from the spit cup and people will not have any kind of a difficulty hearing you in a conversation. Now, we also have the original sticker here that indicates it's a Kellogg and by the Kellogg company. And so that's pretty cool because it has that original sticker on it. We also have a crank here. I don't want to crank it because we've tried to crank it a little bit and it's very hard to turn over. So we want to go through the magneto and we want to clean and oil and adjust that. Now we also want to talk about the receiver capsule. It's kind of unique because it has the rubber cord that's curly on the receiver, and Scott knows that there was some fraying going on with this cord, but if you pull it away from the phone it starts getting all frayed because this cord is brittle and he wants the cord the way it is, so we're going to replace that with a new cord. So we'll take care of that. He wants to keep that style cord. Now we also want to show you the receiver capsule, and it's the old diaphragm style receiver capsule. That gives you a look at that, and that will be replaced. We're going to upgrade that. We want Scott to be able to have the clarity and the audio that he's going to need when he's having a conversation on this telephone. And so we'll upgrade that part of it also. And we want to open the phone and show you the inside. Now we have an original schematic here, and that's always a plus to have the schematic that goes along with the telephone. We're going to do some still pictures of this telephone. Now we have the original wiring and most of it is all here, so we'll utilize as much of the original wiring as we can. We need to go through the solenoids for the bells. That will probably have to be adjusted, and we'll look that over and troubleshoot it. We'll probably have to adjust the bells, and we also need to install another circuit that we design here and build at the shop, and it allows you to walk up to the magneto and crank it and ring the original bells but not backfeed any voltage into the telephone line. And when you get a call, the original bells will also ring. We need to install a modular port for the line cord, and that will be on the inside of the phone. You'll simply walk up to this telephone, bring in any length line cord, any color, plug it right into the modular port. Makes for a simple, easy plug and play connection, and they already have an original hole that the line cord can be brought into. We want to go through the hook switch. We want to make sure that that's working properly, and we want to go through the wiring. We have to wire this telephone the way we want it wired to work the way we want it to work. There's going to be quite a bit of work with this unit, and we want to get a start on it. So we'll come back and get some more video as we move forward in the repair and conversion of this really cool Kellogg wooden wall crank telephone. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we are finished up with the repair and conversion of this really cool Kellogg wooden wall crank telephone, and we're ready to start our final checkout. We also want to mention that we have tape over the transmitter. Now that's because the electronic amplified transmitter that we design and build here at the shop is so sensitive that it will create a feedback when we use it with our amplified pickup that we use on our checkout. Now we use this in troubleshooting, repairing, and on our final checkout. And since it's amplified also, and the pickup is so sensitive, it will create a feedback. So we went ahead and put some tape over the transmitter, try to squelch that a little bit. Now we also want to mention our receiver capsule. Now that's been upgraded. We also installed a new receiver capsule cord, and Scott wanted the curly type, so we have that on there. That's been installed. We went through the hook switch. That's been taken care of. We went ahead and adjusted the bells, the solenoid. We rewired this telephone the way we wanted it wired to work the way we want it to work. We also installed the circuit that we design and build here at the shop that allows you to walk up to this telephone and crank the magneto and ring the bells. But yet not backfeed any voltage into the telephone line. We also installed a modular port so that you can bring any line cord, any length, any color simply into the back of the telephone and plug right into the modular port. It makes for a simple, easy plug and play connection, and we'll do some still pictures of that. We also repaired some issues on the inside of the telephone, and a little bit of everything has been gone through on this unit. Now Scott just wants to use a tone generator or a tone dialer, and they were real popular quite a few years ago, and so he's just going to set it up next to the transmitter and dial out that way. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and use the analyzer, and we're going to ring the unit. We'll let that go a few times. I'll let it go one more time and we'll give you some dial tone. Turn on our amplifier. We'll turn off our amplifier. Now what we can do is I can push a button on this switch box, and that gives us a line out and totally takes the analyzer out of the situation, and we'll call a time and temp number. We'll give you some dial tone.
Good evening. Need a great quote on any insurance? Shop Offenburg Allstate Insurance Group today. 618-624-8937. Today is Tuesday, September 22nd. The time is 11:15. Current temperature 74 degrees. Now the Belleville area weather forecast.
Sunny today with highs in the lower 80s, clear tonight, lows in the upper 50s. Sunny Wednesday, highs in the lower 80s.
We can turn our amplifier off, hang our receiver capsule up. Now that we know that this Kellogg wooden wall crank telephone has been repaired and converted, we can return it to Scott and he can enjoy this telephone now. I'm sure it's going to look great no matter where he installs it. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching and have a great day.